What's up guys, Omni here. You guys know how it goes, another day, another video. Last night I tweeted I sleep. What recent news, topics, tweets, videos y'all want me to talk about tomorrow? And guys, buckle up because today's video has a lot of absurd and ridiculous news. I mean, the things that we're going to be talking about today I'm just going to say, I think almost every single story here that has happened over the past couple of days will absolutely blow your mind. So just buckle in. All right, boys, let's just get down and dirty and talk about it. Okay, one of my favorite subjects to talk about this channel is cheaters, specifically video game cheaters. You know, the last time we talked about someone cheating in the video game was Dream, the whole Dream drama, the Minecraft player who basically came out there and speed ran and cheated everything, got caught, backtracked 50 million times, and then he came a revelation sometime in his bathtub when he was looking at him on his phone where, oh, maybe I potentially did cheat. That whole cheating scandal with Dream and Minecraft was hilarious, but now we've got Dream 2.0 where a person was cheating in another game called Geometry Dash. You've probably heard of Geometry Dash. Geometry Dash is that game where you're like a block and you gotta jump with the beats and get to the end of the level. It's a pretty popular game, especially overseas as well. But apparently this person, Brody Young, said SpaceUK, #1 Geometry Dash player for the last 2 years, has been outed as a hacker who used task bots to complete all of his achievements. Guys, this is terrible freaking news. This is like if LeBron James got caught for the past 5 years and he was taking steroids, or I don't know, Steph Curry got caught and he took something that gave him like literal IRL aimbot, and you just find out like years later. It's that bad. This person named Zoe said, using built-in watermarks from Zbot, we have confirmed that nearly every list Demon Space UK ever uploaded, starting from at least August of 2021 and likely March of 2021, was botted, including Slaughterhouse and Sakupin Circles. All you really need to know is TLDR is that this person, who was one of the best Geometry Dash players in the world, got caught and exposed for cheating for almost the entirety of his inclusion for the past 3 or 4 years. This isn't my first encounter with the Geometry Dash community. The last time I talked about them had to do with, I think, this one guy named Advi out or Advi. I don't know. It was some bad news Barrington about this guy, and they were really upset about it. We talked about it. However, they have already jumped aboard and started changing this man's details on what is this, on this fandom wiki? It says right here, global position banned. On April 25th, 2023, it was revealed that he had hacked nearly every major achievement in his career. He deleted his YouTube channel and Twitter account, and his reputation was tarnished immediately. If you want some more details, you guys come over to this guy's Twitter account called Big Thunder, where he says SpaceUK thought to be one of the best Geometry Dash players of all time, ranking #1 in the Pointer Crate Demon list, which is a list of the hardest levels in the game, has just been exposed as a hacker sending the entire community into the center of a hurricane. And they tagged Charlie. Charlie will probably reply to this. A lot of people are like, oh no, nah, Charlie's definitely he is about this hacker life, this cheating life when it comes to video games. But if you come through the thread, there's a video here where they show them that we're exposing SpaceUK, basically showing that if you watch his playthroughs, there's a lot of frame drops in between him and the clicking and the actual input of the, you know, character that's jumping up and left and down. There's a lot of inconsistencies, and that's when people started getting suspicious, noticing that maybe the person was running some type of macro or some type of hacking that made it so that he could win all of his awards. The case got so much traction already just within the past couple of 24 hours that my boy Carl Jobst Gaming, Carl Jobst is a YouTuber who basically covers speed runs and people who cheat infamously all around the internet, and he makes really good videos. He did so with Dream when he called out Dream, and he calls out all these other people who have been cheating in the video game community, especially when it comes to speed run. He said, yes, stuff happened. I heard about it. I will be making a video about the stuff. Actually, a lot of really cool stuff happened recently. May will be a big month. So guys, Carl Jobst is back on the case. If you haven't watched his videos, you will love it because he makes some of the best expose videos that you can think of when it comes to the community. Imagine somebody like, I don't know, like D'Angelo Wallace, who like exposed like Shane Dawson and all of that. That's Carl Jobst, but with like speedrunners. To be honest, I was hoping that we'd have another Dream situation where he comes out and then denies it for like, you know, months and months, and then again has the same revelation that that Dream has. Is like, oh, whoops, maybe I forgot to take off that mod that allows me to basically win every single achievement award in this game whatsoever. Maybe I forgot to do that and I was trying to use it for a training program or something. But yeah, guys, that is basically the TLDR of the Geometry Dash community being big baby rage mad, justifiably so, because, you know, cheaters in the community taking #1 spots took away a lot of spots for other people who could have won. A lot of people who should have won legitly did not because, you know, a cheater was going there and just taking over the top spots. You hate to see it, but glad it got exposed. Psych, it's not over. SpaceUK officially responded to the situation here on Twitter with a period ominously and says a twit longer. It's here. The twit longer apology is here. I will read it with you guys. I was literally just editing today's video and yeah, it popped up, so we got more to come. Twit longer reads, I'm not making this for sympathy or pity or anything like that. I'm writing this because to clear everything up, apologize and put a conclusion to this. This will address how and why I hacked achievements, apologies to players that I've held back, and what I'll do moving forward. These will include only the truth. There's no reason to lie anymore, and the community deserves a response at the very least. So he is not pulling a dream and being like, hey guys, I didn't do it. He's confessing right up front, learning from Dream's mistake. He said, I started playing Geometry Dash during late March, early April, and B levels such as Decode, Windy Landscape, and Layak. During the period of beating these levels, I'd also gotten 77% on Cataclysm, which I would drop. After this, I decided on beating my first extreme, which was Wazareta. My completion of Wazareta as a jump from Layak is legitimate. After this, I'd set my eyes on the next extreme demon being the Golden. To this day, I still have 96% on the level and haven't finished it legitimately since. My completion of the Golden was accidentally no-clipped, and I hadn't realized it was no-clipped until around 20 minutes after I actually beat the level. I don't know what no-clipped is, but my guess is it's some version of some type of cheating. I then decided to submit the record anyways with the mindset of, quote, oh well, if it gets caught, whatever, I'll just quit. To my surprise, the record was accepted, and then I never looked back. My next extreme demon would end up being Kenos, which is my hardest demon. I had originally gotten a 97% fail on the level with many more fails at the ending to then beat the level legitimately with an OBS bug, which made it so the screen was frozen. After trying to rebeat it afterwards, I then hacked it for the record on the list, as I already knew that it already had a good chance of passing through after a no-clipped run of the Golden was put on the list. How did I hack it? I bought Zbot and recorded a macro and clicked over it. That's it. Nothing complicated, just a simple clicking over a macro, which is what was identified in the video I told you guys about earlier that someone brought up to attention. The method of hacking was used for about 90% of all of my hacked completions. Everything that followed afterwards was mostly hacked, with a few exceptions. Most top levels I was already good enough to play, so whenever I got bored, I would just pathetically hack them. I lied to all of the friends I had made online and betrayed their trust. The more hacked levels, the harder it was to say anything about it, to the point where I just stopped caring. Just complete loser behavior. I then go on to hack Slaughterhouse, but instead of just clicking over, I spent a short time terribly just aligning clicks, which turned out to be a terrible, but uploaded it anyway. Fast forward to the recent records, they were just simply hacked by clicking over a macro, but with a hand cam. Damn. My man's just said, yep, I just participated in garbage behavior and here it is. Then he says he'd like to formally apologize to a bunch of people and the Geometry Dash community as a whole. And he said, what does this mean for me? I want to try to still make things right. Even if it's only a little thing, for all the first Victor titles I've robbed, I'll be giving the money made from the monetization from those videos back to the players who actually deserve it. I know saying sorry or doing this isn't even close to making up for everything I've done, but it's the least I can do. You can ask any questions you want on the quote tweet of this, and I'll reply to all the relevant questions for as long as I can. So, SpaceUK basically owning everything and saying, look, I did it. It was wrong. Shouldn't have done it. I'm sorry. Here's money. If you have any questions on how I did it, yeah, but I just basically fessed up. He also replied and said, nothing in the world will justify this. I deserve everything coming to me. And from the replies, it looks like a lot of people are taking the apology okay. Wow. Who would have thought that maybe taking accountability for your actions and not lying and saying sorry and trying to somehow find some kind of repentance for it is the way that you would go. The person said, I handled the situation perfectly. Very glad you made the public statement. Making things right financially and compensating people is the best first step. Hope you're doing all right. It seems like a lot of people are like, okay, cool. Glad you fessed up. Glad you're taking responsibility. And we appreciate you doing that, I suppose. Which is wild to me. The Geometry Dash community must be built differently, because when if the Smash community or any other gaming community I know, they will be dragging this man to infinity. There will be no hole that he can climb out of. There will be no redemption at all. Just clowning him with clown emojis forever and ever. So that Geometry Dash community seems to be, you know, wow, impressively, you want to say, mature when it comes to this situation. But yeah, that's the entirety situation of its whole. He's going to be replying to more stuff on the tweets. And yeah, let me know how you guys feel about this whole situation. Are you okay with his apology? And yeah, I guess that's the end of it for now. Speaking of people getting caught, okay, we have another freaking ridiculous story, okay, that I just by reading from the title alone, I am terrified to read any much further into this. Chris said WOTC sent the Pinkertons to a YouTuber's house because he leaked cards from an upcoming set. WOTC being Wizards of the Coast. They are basically the guys who own, you know, card games, and I don't know what the Pinkertons are, but we're about to find out. Wizards of the Coast raised YouTuber's house to take back Magic the Gathering cards. What? This article from Kotaku reads here, you probably know about Pinkerton if you paid any attention in American history class. They were founded as a private detective agency, and its agents made history as effective strikebreakers against unions and organized labor. Now that most cities have a public police force to intimidate workers, Pinkerton was forced to diversify into other forms of work, including the seizure of Magic the Gathering booster boxes, it seemed. A YouTuber by the name as Dan Cannon, Odd School MTG, claimed that he was shooting videos on Saturday morning when Pinkerton agents arrived at his private residence. His dog started barking at something and his wife answered the door. Pinkerton agents came knocking on the door to recover the stolen products for Wizards of the Coast, which was the March of the Machine aftermath stuff he said in his video about the raid, emphasis his. So a man got raided by the Pinkertons because he stole some Magic the Gathering cards. What were these cards? Why were they so important? Who are the Pinkertons? And why are they here? What are the What is going on? Where's the FBI? Where's the police? March of the Machine, the Aftermath is an upcoming 50-card MTG card set that is set to release on May 12th this year. It's intended to be a supplement to the March of the Machine expansion. Apparently in the video, Ken explains they just asked him to call Wizards to clear up the incident. Quote, the gentlemen there were very nice and very apologetic about making my wife cry first thing in the morning, yada, yada, yada. But the Pinkerton employees, on the other hand, were less cordial to the YouTuber. Cannon told Kotaku over email that they had threatened to get the county sheriff involved if he did not return the MTG cards. They cited statutes with punishments such as a $200,000 fine and up to a decade of jail time. Bro, what is going on with these gaming companies sending these people to jail? Okay, we already have Nintendo sending that one dude off to jail, and now he's back and he has to pay 30% of his income for the rest of his life to Nintendo. And now we got this happening with Magic the Gathering. Say it ain't so. And guys, we have a huge VTuber community announcement here. vshojo, one of the biggest talent agencies that owns some of the biggest VTubers in the United States, you know, like Iron Mouse and Veibae, Silvervale and Zentreya and all of them. Well, apparently to our community, this note that says here, Silvervale and Veibae have chosen not to renew their contracts with vshojo. We respect their decision and want to thank them for helping make vshojo what it is today. They will also retain their IP so they can continue as the creators you love. We wish them the best on the next leg of their journey. Sincerely, vshojo team. This is absolutely huge for two specific reasons. Number one, okay, Silvervale and Veibae, they were basically born from vshojo. Okay, they were big because they were all a part of this huge group. They got really, really big. So the fact that they are leaving it and becoming indie VTubers is a pretty big deal. But number two, when it comes to a lot of these VTubers out here, usually when they're done, when they leave these agencies or they graduate, that's it. They're not allowed to use their IP models anymore. Everything that the team did, vshojo did to lift them up and build them up gets taken away and striped back, and their characters no longer exist. Sometimes they have to go and become another type of VTuber, but here they get to retain all of their assets that vshojo put into making them who they are. The question being, why did they leave? Why didn't they renew? I know that Veibae right now is, I believe she's dating Soda Poppin or something. There were some reports that maybe she would be joining OTK. If you don't know, Soda Poppin is a part of OTK, One True King, a network that has a bunch of other people, but she basically said, nah, that's not happening. But yeah, they're gone. Zentreya, Iron Mouse, the rest of vshojo, basically wishing them good luck. The question now being is, how are they going to fill the vacancies? Are they going to get other VTubers who are already indie and just require, you know, just basically recruit them? Are they going to set up a selection process where people can apply to be a part of it? Is going to be some drama about that? How are they going to fill this vacancy, if at all? So yeah, pretty huge news when it comes to the whole VTuber space. These are two really huge, large streamers in that space. For them to leave vshojo is a pretty big deal. And from what I understand, there's a lot of action happening in the VTuber space right now where people are getting dropped and leaving all over the place. So yeah, I'll let you guys know if there's any other huge updates when it comes to the whole VTuber space. Did you guys know that Elon Musk had an alternate account on Twitter, and that Twitter account was him posing as a 3-year-old child and replying to other people's tweets as if he was a 3-year-old child, and that 3-year-old child that he was posing to be was his actual son? Plasma said this stuff with Elon now deleted all the account where he role-played at his kid and posted weirdly sexual and bigoted stuff. It gets weirder the more you look into it. Also, how's Indy doing? Here he is. I just woke him up from his nap. Indy is good and still the cutest boy in the world. Anyway, back to Elon Musk being weird as hell. This tweet right here says, man S million people at once. This is a tweet from Elon Musk's main account and then replies with his alt account that says, is this a real peon video? What? Peon? Is he trying to sound like he is a 3-year-old child while replying to himself? What in the hell, fam? Another one said, it feels like we're in a nightclub and the lights just turned on, in which he replies with, what nightclub were you at? I wish I was old enough to go to nightclubs. They sound so fun. The fuck? The reason why everyone was able to verify this was Elon Musk, because in this one tweet where Elon Musk shows off that he makes $120,000 a month on subscriptions for whatever reason, he forgot to, remove this picture here that shows a photo profile picture of his alt account. And if you have at least another separate account, that's where your second account will go. Somebody found this picture, tracked it down, and traced it all the way back to Elon Musk, and all of it lines up. I legit thought that it was all a joke, like just a prank, bro. Like somebody was just trolling, but the more you look into it, the more verified it becomes. It looks absolutely terrible. Elon Musk, I don't know what the hell he's doing out here, man. All I know is that I got some few stocks in Tesla. Can you just not anymore? Can you just go back to running a business and being a normal dude, man? Because I got some stocks in Tesla that I need you to stop. All right, guys, you probably heard about this late Monday evening. I would have told you guys about it on Monday, but I already had the video done. But huge freaking news when it comes to news space. People like me getting dropped and fired all over the place. The folk punk fist said Tucker Carlson fired, Don Lemon fired, NBC CEO fired. But we smoking that Tucker pack tonight, guys. For whatever reason, in one day, about 3 or 4 news anchors got fired. And I also heard that someone else got left from the show as well. I'm going to give you the quick TLDR in case you don't know who got fired and why they got fired, just in case you're not caught up. This is Tucker Carlson. He hosted the nightly political talk show Tucker Carlson tonight on Fox News for like the past 7 years. There's a lot of speculation as to why he got fired, but a lot of the pieces that are connected has to do with Fox having to pay Dominion Voting Systems $787 million to settle an election defamation lawsuit, which is over false claims that Dominion's machines swayed the outcome of the 2020 presidential election. And maybe Tucker Carlson had a hand on that. Who knows? This is Don Lemon. Don Lemon was a journalist with CNN all the way back to 2014, so for almost 10 years. On his actual Twitter account, he came out and he tweeted something on, I don't know what this is. Was this a teleprompter? Or he said, I was informed this morning by my agent that I've been terminated by CNN. I am stunned. After 17 years at CNN, I would have thought that someone in management would have had the decency to tell me directly. At no time was I ever given any indication that I would not be able to continue to do the work I have loved at this network. It is clear that there are some larger issues at play. With that said, I want to thank my colleagues and the many teams I've worked with for an incredible run. They are the most talented journalists in the business, and I wish them all the best. Again, people wondering why Don Lemon was fired. Some people believe it had to do with some misogynistic comments that had been carrying on from what he said back in February. Some people think it has to do with some interview that he had where he was talking to some guy, I don't know, about black people, and then he, somebody was talking to him in the headsets. And he was like, look, I can't talk with this chatter in my head. You have those headsets and the producers are like, yo, move on or skip on or something. Man said, nah, bro, let me finish this. I can't hear what this person is saying. Stop talking to me. So there's a lot of speculation around it. CNN specifically is quite literally saying that they left on amicable reasons. As a he say, she say going there. But yeah, Don Lemon out. Also out, NBC Universal CEO Jeff Shell, who is out and fired for effective immediately after investigation reveals he had an inappropriate relationship with a colleague. That's right, sexual harassment with the actual upper head of CEO, with somebody else within the company. Damn. Combined with also BuzzFeed News apparently shutting down as well. Whatever is happening in the air when it comes to the television news and journalism, they're all getting shut down, man. I just want to let you guys know, okay? I will not be replacing Tucker Carlson for Fox News. I know that you guys wanted me to get the spot. I also probably won't be joining the spot with CNN's Don Lemon as well, okay? They're not paying me enough, all right? So for now, I'll stay here until they start throwing the big bucks, all right? And guys, we'll wrap up the video with some things that you probably need to know that are kind of one-offs and quick-offs, just so that you can know that it's happening happening around the world. Daily Loud, and a lot of you guys let me talk about this, but apparently Amber Heard will officially return as Mera in the upcoming movie Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. That's right. I completely forgot about Amber Heard. I was like, who is this again? And I was like, oh yeah, that's right. The whole Johnny Depp Amber Heard case. That's her. After she lost that case for the whole defamation of Johnny Depp, she is apparently still going to be starring at a new movie. She's walking away. At one point in time, she was the most hated person on the internet during the entire case that happened between her and Johnny Depp because of all of the abusive things that you heard that came out when it came to that situation between her and Johnny Depp. The Twitter Blue comment section already going wild. If you guys don't know, Elon Musk just reinstated this policy where if you have Twitter Blue, all of your comments go to the top of replies in the For You page. So you literally have to scroll through tons and tons of blue check marks, people who paid for Twitter, until you can get to like normies, people who are just literally just not paying for Twitter in order to see their opinions. But this person said the double standard is wild. If it was the other way around, there would be no way the industry would allow Johnny, a man, to return. They would have canceled his whole career. And when someone replied, they already canceled his whole career and it was proven that he didn't do anything. This is equality. This person said, I speak for everyone when I say we will not be watching, followed by, you don't speak for me, but I'm not watching, LOL. And then you got the other side saying, hey, I speak for everyone when I say we will be watching this just to support Amber Heard. Still got people out here who are Amber Heard supporters despite her losing the entire defamation case that happened with Johnny Depp, and then someone said trash human found. So yeah. Also, what you probably need to know, but President Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, Vice President, have officially announced that they are running for re-election in 2024. Apparently Biden said, quote, this is not the time to be complacent. That's why I'm running for re-election, because I know America, I know we are good and decent people, and I know we blah, 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 blah. We got Biden running for 2024. I don't know if Trump is going to be able to run or not, because I know currently he's still in that trial. I don't know if that allows him to run or not, but I guess we'll find out and we'll see. In gaming, guys, I already talked about this briefly on Monday, but it is official, okay? Xenoblade Chronicles 3, The Future Redeemed is here. It's out. It's available for you to play and download now, okay? So if you need some time to waste and you need a good RPG and you are a Xenoblade Chronicles fan or an RPG fan, go ahead and download it on your Switch, and apparently you can play with Future Shulk and Future Rex and kind of get a closeout to the whole Xenoblade Chronicles 1, 2, 3 RPG thing that went down, okay? It's big news in the RPG world, and I haven't played it. I don't got time, but if you want to, go for it. But all right, guys, thanks for listening. If you made it to the end, drop the like, lets me know the attendance record, yada, yada, yada. I know you want to get out of here, okay? Go brush your teeth, you know, don't get halitosis, and thanks for hanging out with me. I appreciate it, and if you guys do love the content, drop that sub. I'm trying to hit 1 million subscribers by the end of yesterday, okay? All right, let me stop joking around. I'll talk to you guys later. All right, get out of here. Peace.